The third time now, I'm going to try and complete the second half of the island. Last week I shown you the Ria Formosa side of Armona Island, and today I'm going to take you right up the path to the Atlantic side. And I apologise if anyone that tried to watch it yesterday. I had trouble with the internet, so just bear with me because the internet connection on the island is not very good. So hopefully it'll be third time lucky. If not, I'll have to give it up as a bad job. I'll show you where I am now. So we're halfway down the island. There's a footpath that starts at the harbour end. It's 1 kilometre long and it goes all the way up to the Atlantic where the main beach is. Now this place we're at now, it's a restaurant, it's called Convivio, and that translates to a meeting place. Now this is literally half the way down the island. So if you don't want to do the 20-minute walk in one trip, you can stop off here, have a bit of lunch, a bit of refreshments, and here they're cooking fresh grilled fish every day for €12, I think, so you can't beat that. There's quite a few in it. I mean, we've had some great nights here actually, because we actually lived on the island for a couple of years. And we know the owners, Linnea and Nydia, very well. And we've had birthday parties there. And just a party for anything. Is the well-stocked shop. It's actually, they're both family run owned. It's the same family that owns the restaurant. So if you are heading up to the beach, then this is the last stop to gather your refreshments. So if you've got a cooler box, you need cold waters, beers or wines, then this is the place to come. Now on the island, there is no pipe gas, so everything's run off gas bottles. So another great place to get your gas if you run out. Now I've tried to time it where the boat hasn't just come in, so otherwise there'd be like hundreds of people walking down the island. And I'll tell you a little bit about the island. There's 800 houses on the island, and right this very second, every one of them are full with holidaymakers. So if you did want to come to Armona, you probably wouldn't be able to rent a house over here. You'd just be on a day trip, but it's highly recommended. There are quite a few in this area. It's called the Ria Formosa, and I think there's 5 islands, or 5 major islands anyway, that are accessed by boat, and then there's a couple of islands that you can only get by private taxi. So we have guy going. So at Faro, where everyone lands when they come to Algarve on the plane, most people miss it, but there's a beautiful island there, Ilha da Faro, and most people never get a chance to go to land. Just jump in the cars or in the taxi and they're off either east or west, and they always miss it. The reason why it's called that is because there's a lighthouse on the island. And they're all very, very unique to each other. None of them are the same. Ferrol is more like for a day out, for a tourist. Got a really nice beach bar. Calatra is a proper working island. It has a school on there, a church, a post office. Then you've got this one, Armona, which has a bit of both. Plenty of houses on here, loads of holidaymakers. And at one point, we were one of them for a couple of years. In fact, the house that we stayed, just pointing in the right direction. Whoops. Just the third house down there is where we live. So you've probably noticed a lot of people pushing trolleys. When we first come over, we used to laugh, think, oh, that's only for old people in trolleys. But after you've been shopping a couple of times over to the mainland and you're carrying plastic bags, we ended up, well, not with one, we had. So we're not far now, about another 5 minutes walk, And just before we do get to the beach, there's a lovely little restaurant on the right hand side. It's the last stop before you get to the beach, and it's called Lana Costa, and it's owned by a Belgian couple, Anna and Jan, who we know very, very well, and they've really made a nice job of it. They've refurbished it, totally rebuilt the house actually, and it's really nice. In fact, we actually went for a meal there last night. It was really, really nice. I had the steak with the pepper sauce, and my wife Sue, she had the African curry, chicken curry, which is totally different from the curry that you used to back in the UK. The house that we're staying at the moment is just behind this house. This house is called Casa de Praia, House of the Beach. The one at the back of it is where we're staying. And the reason why we're staying, we're not on holiday, we're actually pet sitting for a friend of ours who's gone back to the UK. He has an Alsatian dog, German Shepherd dog called Amigo. And as it happens, about 7:30 tonight, we're going to be upload a video. So if you like dogs and pets, then check our channel out tonight, Algarve Love. And it's a lovely little video coming, if you like pets, that is. So there's houses on both sides. In fact, some of the houses are still under construction. Although you can't build a new house here. You can only build on, a plot of land that's already got a house on. And this time of year, between June and September, you're not allowed to do major construction because of the holiday makers. So you can do small repairs and that, but you can't do any major construction. You got to wait till September for that. And you're probably wondering, wow, that island's so clean. It is. It's kept meticulous. There's a team of ladies that come over from Olhao 6 days a week. They're brushing all the areas, even they sweep the leaves out the sand and keep right on top of it. And also, there's about 4 bin men that come over. It's clean like this. I'll just show you some of the houses. If you could smell what I could smell now. Mainly one while 3 is barbecue time, and this smelling of hard sardines at the moment. And I'll just tell you a little story. I've walked up and down this island this past week. I don't know how many times. My feet have come through my sandals. I've got holes in the bottom of my shoes, which I'll have to replace when I go back onto the mainland on Monday. Oh, the smell is absolutely, it's making me hungry. It's gorgeous. A runner there in the Mad Dog Eat. Must be crazy. So we're coming up to the Lana Costa restaurant. It's really nice. Should let you have a look at it now. It's a nice chilled out bar. They do have live music now and again, or they have fado nights. And if you don't know what fado is, it's like Portuguese music. It's their culture. It's all about destiny. It's pretty quiet. So now we're on to the boardwalk to the beach now. We're still not right next to it though. Still 5-minute walk. But they put this here. Like if you've got kids and you've got pushing the trolley, you won't be able to push it in the sand. And then at the end of the boardwalk, they've got toilets and showers there, which they never had a few years ago. That's why this was built. It's back. And then just over there in that direction is the beach bar. So like I told you before, the island is 1 kilometre wide, but 6 kilometres long. So it runs all from the end of this boardwalk to the east to a place called Fusetta. So it's the same island, but this end's called Armona, and the other end is called Fusetta. And then you can get the boat over, just a bit similar to how you get the boat over here from Olhao. You get the boat over from Fusetta mainland there. I think it's a euro each way. And that's a beautiful little fishing village. Highly recommended if you're in this area. So, a nice little story to tell you about this place. A few years back, we went on a dolphin trip, like a 4 hour trip to go and spot dolphins. It's my friend's boat, and we were out there. We didn't see one dolphin in the 3 or 4 hours we were there. And then a few years ago, when we were young, me and my wife Sue used to run daily from this point, from the end of Armona all the way to Fuzet and back, just like 12 kilometers barefooted. And about halfway down one day, a school of dolphins just leapt out the water, right, literally 10 feet from the beach. We couldn't believe it. So I had no phone on me then, couldn't take any pictures, and if I had a phone, by the time I'd have pulled it out, they'd have been gone. So for like a couple of weeks after that, every day we just woke up to the same place hoping we were going to spot them. Obviously, it's a once in a lifetime. That's never going to happen again. So that's the beach bar in the background, run by a lovely couple, Carlos and Nini. And it was an old wooden shack, and it was literally here where the toilets are. And they knocked it down. They've rebuilt that over there. I'll show you that in a bit. It's absolutely beautiful. Really good for the cocktails. There's lots of snacks there. So why they moved it closer to the beach, so that it weren't that far to walk for the people that was on the beach to go and get a drink or snacks. So that was a really good idea. Even though it's still a bit of a trek to get to, once you're on the beach, it's right in front of you. I'll just pan around and show you a beautiful view. So if you're liking these lives, we are going to be doing a few over the next couple of weeks, all the islands. The islands that I just mentioned to you. And then we're also going to be going from Villarreal to San Antonio, which is like the last Portuguese town before you get to, and work all the way back here. And then we're going to go west and show you the more typical places where people go on holiday, the western Algarve, like Albufeira and Lagos. So if you've got any questions to ask, drop them in the comments below. I won't actually be able to answer them now because I can't see the screen. It's that bright. It's got quite a nice breeze today. I think it's about 35 today. But apparently, I think Spain and Italy, they're getting like ridiculous weather, like 40, 45 degrees. So I think it's coming over from the Sahara. So we'll probably cop for that as well, which is too hot. Get to the beach here now. So I was asked a question by one of the viewers in the last live. Can you rent sunbed and brollies out? Now you definitely can't on the Ria Formosa side. Now you used to be able to years ago from the beach bar, but I'm not too sure if you still do now. So I'll check that out. And hopefully I'll be able to answer. I think it was Ben that asked the question. Now the waters are not as calm as the other end, the Ria Formosa. I might just if I can take my shoes off here, I might actually be able to paddle in it while I'm chatting to you. And don't fall over. Hold on. 1 minute. There we go. Now the sand is quite hot, so I'll probably put my shoes back on again in a minute. So it looks like it's quite high tide. Island changes every day. So that's quite straight now. You could come one day and it'd be all curvy. And yeah, so saying the water's a little bit more stronger, more current than the Ria Formosa side. A little bit more colder as well. But you don't mind that when you're in 35 degrees and you're baking. And it doesn't look like there's sunbeds to hire. Like, so you will have to bring your own. There's a jet ski out there. Now on the island, I mean that's a private jet ski. Like normally when you go on holiday, you can hire jet skis and speedboats. There's none of that. I hope you can hear me. If you can't, leave a comment in the below. It's nice and cool on your feet. I'm just about to hit the beach bar now. Oh, it's very frustrating this for me, guys. Just bear with me because we're near the end of it. I'll go 3 times doing this. The first time it was, the next time it was the internet. Time I actually didn't stop the recording live button. It was recording half my life, so I had to delete it. Feet are burning, so I just had to put my shoes back on. What's left of my shoes, that is. So if you're in this area of the Algarve, I could highly recommend a day visit. So they've made a boardwalk as well from the beach bar. So that never used to be there. So it's easy to get from the beach to the beach bar. Right over there. Do the boardwalk all the way back to the toilets. So apologies, group from Manchester I was talking to live. They thought they were going to be apologies to you guys. Unless, oh, really sorry about this, guys. I'm just going to spin it around the camera. Right, so I'm actually sat in the shade. I'm actually at the beach bar. I'm going to have a quick beer and I'm going to end this live stream, guys. So I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please hit the like button. And if you'd like to see more videos, then please hit the subscribe button. So next week is Fusetta. If you'd like to watch it, also hit the like and subscribe button. And hopefully we'll see you in the next one. Ciao for now.